This is the Parent Portal Show.
You've seen prices rise from the dinner table to the pump, but Allstate agents are seeing ways to save you money on insurance. From starting a new policy to bundling coverage or even driving safely, Allstate agents know how to maximize your savings. They'll share their knowledge as they help you personalize your coverage. Because when it comes to seeing all the ways to save, Allstate agents do it best.
Mike Hammer has over 35 years as an Austin area Allstate agent. Call 512-343-6994 or visit mikehammer@allstate.com.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's Texas OU weekend. It's a lot of action, a lot of excitement this weekend. It is a big game, and these rivalry games are always big games. I grew up watching and listening to Ohio State and Michigan. My dad was a Buckeye, so a lot of excitement. Matter of fact, when I grew up as a kid, I thought there was one college football game a year. And every year when Ohio State and Michigan played, that was college football. And when that was over, college football went on to the next year. I had no clue what it was all about. There's a lot of good rivalries and a lot of good programs that play each other. Texas OU is certainly at the top of the list. A lot of people, it generates a lot of money. If you think about the economic impact up in Dallas, it's huge. It's a $50 million weekend. A lot of people come into town. They were already there on yesterday, already spending money and enjoying Dallas. It's certainly a good time to be had by all. Actually, I'm a little bit jealous. My kid's on the way up there. I don't get to go this year, but I've been to a few of those weekends myself, so I certainly know how enjoyable it is. But, don't lose sight of the fact that these rivalries, these games are really what is the underpinnings of the NIL and the football programs. It is all about marketplaces. It's about people coming together and being able to spend money, make money. You lose sight of that. You lose sight of the fact that money's got to be a part of that equation. Then the football programs wouldn't exist today, candidly. But it's a good program, and I think the projections, or last year, I think it was $88.5 million of revenues was generated by the state fair. Another important economic impact in that area. Out of that, I think 13.5 was kept for that area, the development of the Fair Park program, and a lot of charities benefit out of that. So it's all good. So one kind of fun thing that's happened today is Steve Sarkisian has made some comments about the transfer portal, and great feedback, great ideas. He supports the idea of limiting the window and shrinking it. We've certainly benefited. The University of Texas has benefited from that. It'll only be 45 days where football players can attempt to find a new place. They split it up after the season and following spring camp. Sarkisian's in favor of it, but he's staying with his goal of bringing in young kids. And that's great news. I know James and I have talked about that recently. That it is a changing environment when you can go and find transfer portals to come enhance your program immediately. It becomes very competitive and very hard, but it's hard on the team, because now the team's got to bring new people in and expect them to adopt to new plays, new ways of coaching, new ways of expectations, and just change the dynamic pretty difficult. A lot of UT basketball teams suffered when we went through that cascade of kids that came in and played for a year. You talk to a lot of college coaches who suffered from kids going off to the NBA every single year, where they'd only play a year or two. It really just does not give you the continuity that you want within your program. So Sark's been pretty upfront about it. Says, hey, he wants to do freshmen, stay with freshmen as much as he can. He certainly has had some top level classes with freshmen coming in, back to back top 5 classes, which is certainly showing his commitment. But he's benefited from portal additions too. Mitchell, Donnie Mitchell had an amazing game last weekend. Taking a lot of pressure off of Xavier Worthy, who's always been that kind of targeted player for Texas. Ryan Watts, even though he's a little banged up heading into this weekend, he's another transfer portal kid. And then Jalen Catalan is the same way. He's plugging in nicely in that safety rotation, which Texas has needed some help due to injuries. So it's Texas OU weekend, baby. It's going to be a fun weekend. Hopefully you'll find some time to watch it. This is the Parent Portal Show.
You've seen prices rise from the dinner table to the pump, but Allstate agents are seeing ways to save you money on insurance. From starting a new policy to bundling coverage or even driving safely, Allstate agents know how to maximize your savings. They'll share their knowledge as they help you personalize your coverage. Because when it comes to seeing all the ways to save, Allstate agents do it best.
Mike Hammer has over 35 years as an Austin area Allstate agent. Call 512-343-6994 or visit MikeHammer@allstate.com.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.